Hello, Dennis. First of all, I'd like to thank you for being on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. It is absolute pleasure being here today. Let's discuss everything that's important in the industry right now.
Okay, thank you. So I guess you're on Satoshi Island.
I am currently living on Satoshi Island.
Oh,
I was here before, a couple of weeks earlier. I lived here for 3 months, but then I had to go and do some business all over everywhere else in the world. Now I'm back, and it feels great.
like the view is so beautiful. It's like what Satoshi Island NFT holders can expect.
This and much more. This is just a little section of the island. I am just in my little office where I do a lot of my work. And being an island, you can expect all that and more all around. There's beautiful white beaches and sections, and lots of nature as well.
How did you order that villa on your island?
So current development on the island have been here from the very beginning. And these villas came sort of like flat packs in traditional style way all the way from Indonesia, Bali. So they actually have a very nice Balinese feel to them. This is not, however, the architecture that we're going to be going with. These particular villas are going to be turned into a check-in area and almost like a refreshment center where you could be able to find bars, a little bit of food, restaurant while you're checking in and getting transferred to your own house, to your own modular house on the island.
I guess we will be diving into the questions. And before that, I would like to congrats you for your team for partnering up with Tenset and being able to launch your project in this kind of situation in the bear market.
Thank you so much. Our partnership with Tenset was a very easy one because when they first contacted us, they showed so much passion for our vision, for what we're trying to create. It didn't really matter for us where we are with the market because the most important thing here is the vision and the future. And Tenset shared our passion with us, and it was a very easy relationship to create.
It's nice. I guess the CEO of Tenset likes nature, so like he told me about his passion and about how big Satoshi Island project is. Like, do you think you can give the audience a brief summary of your project?
So we're building a decentralized, sustainable, smart city. What does it mean? So basically what we're doing is we're creating a true blockchain democracy where all the ownership is represented via NFTs, such as your home, your land, any of the licenses, citizenship, what we call, which is access to the island. But also the economy is run on a digital currency, which is going to be Satoshi Island currency. And over here, we expect to have a community of like-minded individuals who love our industry, who love everything crypto, both enthusiasts and professionals alike. And this is going to be like a utopia, like a getaway for them, somewhere where they can come and discuss crypto with all the other fellow neighbors and individuals on the island.
I see. Very nice. So are you aiming Satoshi Island to be like a resort or a place where people can accommodate?
I think it's going to be the combination of the both. I think just like any other regular city, you're going to have your group of individuals who come to visit because they just want to explore and see what it's all about. But also you're going to have a large permanent population of individuals as well. So at this stage, I think it's going to have a balance of the both. But how it actually turns out, let's wait and see.
You're aiming for both. So does that mean like you're going to have all the restaurants, bars, and entertainment? Can you like spend your time on your island with all the everyday necessities?
Exactly, because it's going to be like any other regular city. We are going to create what you would expect in any other regular city, and that's going to be cafes, bars, restaurants, tourist activities for both residents and visitors, such as snorkeling, scuba diving, maybe some fishing tours as well. But also taking them all over Vanuatu, away from the island too, to the beautiful champagne beaches and blue holes that Vanuatu possesses. So you're not stuck to the island itself. But you can always come back and spend your precious crypto on the island whilst you're here. And, these restaurants are, of course, going to be, top notch. Obviously, they're going to be of the caliber that our community expects, which is everything the best.
Is it going to be just for like rich people or like is it going to be for like normal investors? What do you think the prices are going to be on the?
I think if you look at, even if you look at our land NFTs and the way we fractionalize the entire block of land into 10 pieces, that shows that we are welcome to anybody. So it's not just somebody who can only afford a whole block of land, 10 NFTs to themselves. We've fractionalized it down further to make sure that we accept anyone from any walks of life in the community. As far as prices is concerned, I think it's just going to be very regular. It's going to be very regular pricing to anywhere in the mainstream world that you will find. Any other normal main city, probably even be matched to the prices that are on mainland in Vanuatu as well. So I don't think that there's going to be any crazy inflation of the situation because we are crypto specific. So I think it's a misplaced concern.
I'm glad to hear that. It's like a new country basically. So, and I guess that you're going to have a coin called Satoshi Island coin that you can only use on the island. You cannot use any other currencies like the currencies from Vanuatu. Is that correct?
That's right. So, designing a true democratized digital economy was important for us to create our own currency. And as you expect, when you go into any other countries at the airport, you would exchange your dollar for a dollar of that particular country. If you come to Australia, it's going to be AUD. If you go to America, it's going to be USD. And that dollar drives that particular economy. So it was important for us because we're trying to create a blueprint of the way societies can be created in the future, and they can be the economies can be driven by the digital currency, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrencies that we currently have.
I guess we will be expecting fluctuation. Like I guess you're going to have a stable coin. Can you please elaborate? What is the main difference between the STC? What is the stable coin going to be used for, and what is STC going to be used for?
Stable coin is going to be used for your day-to-day purchases. So when a business owner accepts a payment for a product, of course they have to pay labor and they have to pay for that product that they just sold. And it's going to be very unfortunate if the currency goes down before they get a chance to pay for their own product. So that's why the importance of stablecoin is going to be very, very important for us to focus on it and design it in the right way. Of course, like the regular Satoshi currency will be used to drive the economy, but also we're not concerned with fluctuations too much because we're really going to give the liquidity a healthy lockup. And everyone can be quite confident that the fluctuation is going to be minimal.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that because we're in a bear market, and everybody is a little bit more conservative. So they're thinking of maybe taking profits more. But I'm hearing that you have a very healthy tokenomics and locking program. So I'm very glad to hear that.
We do, and we also a little bit expand on that. We even matched our circulation to what Bitcoin is of $21 million, and we're not. By no means we're going to have any more than that. So that should give people even more confidence about how serious we are about using this digital currency, this technology to showcase how an economy can be run. So we're very confident, and also the fact that this kind of grand vision is for the future, and it's really all about communities coming together and creating this space for ourselves, our own currency that we can spend within our own economy. So I think that in itself should show everybody the strength that STC possesses.
Yeah, having the same circulation as Bitcoin is a really good example for investors, I believe, as well. Because Bitcoin is trying to be the digital money of the world, but Satoshi Island is a more
it's like a smaller version of what
version.
Bitcoin is trying to achieve. Yeah. And you're 100% right. It's important for us to look at what's been done well and try to replicate that, and continue to take out all the positive aspects of the industry so far, but also learn from all the negative aspects as well. So when you're talking about a stable coin, I'm sure our tech team is going to look at all the things that have been done before and make sure that it's very safe to use, and it helps our businesses on the island, and it helps people who are coming and spending that. And together with STC, because we have some sort of relationship with Bitcoin, I'm sure we're going to look at the way that economy has worked and how that shot to popularity, and try to mimic that too.
I don't know about the security of Satoshi Island, but what would happen if someone trespasses into the island without a valid citizenship NFT? I guess you have citizenship NFTs. How would that be settled? Will you take legal actions into place? Also, what would happen? Realize that you lost or forgot your wallet when you do actually own a citizenship NFT? Will you not be able to enter the island? How strict are you going to be in terms of entering the island?
Well, firstly, the island's going to be entered through this check-in area in the very beginning on the jetty where the boat drops you off. And obviously, before even getting on the boat, that your citizenship NFT is going to be checked. And if you don't check out, then you're going to be left on shore. So it's a very simple system. If you do happen to somehow make your way to the island, maybe a little swim, more than a little, it is a little bit far away from land. But if you do trespass on the island, somehow you manage to do a little canoe or a boat and make your way onto it, you're not going to have any accommodation. Of course, without NFT, without your check-in key and things like that, you won't be able to have any accommodations. We will have 24/7 security on the island, not only to protect our community, but also to support and help them in any of the emergency matters that they might have. And of course, our private security is going to find you if you're living in a tent or living on the beach. And you will simply be escorted from the island. There is no legal implications as such. You will simply nicely be asked to leave the island. The best way of looking at the island is like a clubhouse. An exclusive. You need an exclusive membership to enter it, and without it, unfortunately, you just cannot enter. You have to get your hands on that exclusive citizenship NFT. And we don't think it's going to be an issue of getting your hands on an NFT. There's 21,000 in circulation, and there's only 2,100 blocks of land. And those blocks of land can even be combined together. So there's no way of knowing exactly how big of a population we're going to have on the island, because it's going to depend on the availability of accommodation. So we just have to wait and see how it all develops. You did mention losing NFTs, and I think it's a very important subject that I need to discuss. So what Satoshi Island has done is we introduced a system which is called Advanced NFT Security. And what that system does for you, if you do happen to lose your wallet, it allows your NFTs to go to another nominated wallet if you don't have any activities. We call that beneficiary. And that way, if something does happen to you or happens to your wallet, never fear, you will get that NFT transferred to another wallet that you nominated if you don't act with your NFT within your wallet for a certain period of time.
Is that how you program the smart contracts?
Exactly right. So it's within the smart contract, and when you turn that feature on, you can select the period of time where you have to check in with your NFT. If you don't check in with your NFT, it goes to your other nominated wallet.
How long is that period going to be?
You select it.
Oh, you select?
You select it. It could be 12 months, 6 months.
Are you going to be able to select it from the Satoshi Island website?
It's going to be within the marketplace. It's going to be once you go in the marketplace and you view your NFT, you're going to have the advanced security option on that page. And all the settings on that page.
One of the questions I come with is that how are the infrastructures going on? Like, are there any roads right now? And also in the future, are there going to be buses and taxis and such transportations? How should we expect to travel the island?
Firstly, we are building a sustainable smart city, which means that everything is going to be solar and electric. So any of the vehicles that you can expect on the island are going to be either electric bikes, electric scooters, or electric golf carts to get around. The island's 800 acres in total. So getting from one place to another in a motorized vehicle, electrical vehicle, is not going to be that bad. The way I envision things are going to be, there's going to be probably a shared amount of vehicles to use for the entire community. As far as the utilities are concerned, we already have a connection of solar power. We have sewage systems in place, and of course, the internet. And these particular systems that we already have in place, what's going to happen based on the population that are buying and moving to the island, we're going to start expanding that already existing infrastructure to scale it to the requirement of the population.
Next question is, in case of a fire or an emergency, would there be a fire station to sort out everything, as well as hospitals? In case of an emergency which needs a operation, like a serious injury, can that be conducted on the island? What level of treatment can we expect?
So the island will, of course, have private security 24/7. And that private security is responsible for the safety of the people. So that means they will be trained enough to deal with any of the fires. They will be trained enough to deal with any of the security measures around the island. There will be medical facilities on the island, but those facilities are going to be only to treat minor injuries and minor problems.
Mm-hmm.
As far as major problems is concerned, we're going to have a quick response team from the mainland hospital into which we're investing, which is a good thing because it also helps not only the Satoshi Islanders, but the local people too. So we're very happy and pleased to do that. And we're going to have a quick response team to come to the islands, probably helicopter services, I would say, to make sure that they deal with that more serious injury promptly.
You guys are like really working on everything. Like I'm quite like surprised.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. We've been working on this project for many years. We've been working for 4 years, and we're happy to hear all these questions, and we're happy to always answer them. But the important understanding is that we've been working on this project for over 4 years, and we wanted to make sure that every single thing is ticked before we come out publicly. That's why we came out publicly so late, only last year in December, because we wanted to make sure that all these logistical issues, all this operational stuff is sorted before we can come and share our vision with the community.
Yeah, like most of the projects like just come out with your idea without like anything, without the real product. But for you guys, like you have like most likely everything. You just need to launch, and I guess you're opening your island in the end of this year.
Yeah, Johan, you're very right. We are a complete product. We are ready to be bought off the shelf. We are looking at accepting the first residents at the end of this year, latest early next year. But we're also opening the island immediately for anyone who's interested to visit. Please keep an eye out on all our socials. We'll provide more information, but we do have some accommodation already available on the island, and we're looking to invite people over to enjoy the scenery, to see what it's all about. More information to come.
I'm very like convinced with your project now. The idea is really like spectacular, but like it's too spectacular that like you can't believe in it. I was like, is this really real? But now questioning you and hearing these answers, like I'm very like satisfied. And I think this is a good place. I would like to put my money into your project, like personally. Just
Ken, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. We wanted to do something that hasn't been done before. We didn't want to do a project of just another metaverse. We didn't want to do a project of just another marketplace or something like that. And we also very much all wanted a personal connection, a place for us to come together and meet often, not just once a year at a conference. We really wanted, that's how the idea was born, and ambitious, of course it is. But you know what? I think our industry is full of ambitious people, and we're just following through.
Are you able to rent out your modules or lands? So would there be a middleman or a smart contract to settle out everything?
We are a decentralized project, so expect everything to be done by a smart contract, and those are already built into your land NFTs and your house NFTs. Everything will be completely automated. Everything is going to be done through Satoshi Island Marketplace. You don't have to worry about anything. You rent it out, and as soon as another person gets it from you, the money goes straight into your wallet, and no middleman.
Wow.
You put your NFT to rent. You select the period of time. You select the price that you want for your NFT. Totally up to you. And then the other person, when they want to rent your property out, exactly that's what's going to happen. They're going to send you the funds, rent out your NFT, and when the contract ends, then the NFT goes back to the original owner.
Wow. That's like amazing. That's what like everything should be like with no middleman, with no like commission, with all that bullshit.
We agree. We think there's way too much hypocrisy. There's way too much bureaucracy in the real estate, in anything. The amount of lawyers and surveyors and this and that you need, we're eliminating that. We're talking about renting, but think about selling. It's as instant as buying any other form of NFTs on any marketplace when you are buying real estate or selling real estate on Satoshi Island. If you got yourself a nice block of land and you build yourself a beautiful house and you want to sell it, guess what? You put it up on the marketplace, and in that instant, you have the money. Don't have to wait for anything or anybody.
Yeah, like I think like Satoshi Island is building like a smaller version of the world, like how the world should be like. So I'm very looking forward to it.
Exactly. We always say that we're creating a blueprint. Forgive us if we're going to make a couple of mistakes while we're doing this, because we're creating something that no one's done before. But what we are certain about is that people will be able to look at us, look at our systems, look at how we did things, and they'll be able to use the same systems, the same ways, and create better societies elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, Satoshi Island is the mini Earth. The Earth should be like this, like the economy and everything. It should be decentralized, in my opinion. Like that's what the cryptocurrency is all about.
We agree.
Lastly, you were talking about the metaverse. I saw some videos from YouTube regards to the Satoshi Island metaverse version. Like many investors are thinking that if they're not going to visit the island, there's no need for them to own any STC coin or owning any NFTs. But since you have the metaverse, how could that be beneficial for those people that not go to the island yet because it's a little bit far or for their difficulties? Can you please elaborate on that? Yep.
Look, Ken, we understand that not everybody can afford a block of land, and not everybody can afford to build themselves a house that they can come and live at in a different country. We understand that. Not everybody in crypto industry is a millionaire. Some of us come into this industry and just trying to learn our way around it and trying to make a little bit of money out of it. Yeah, we understand that very well. So we're going to have a couple of metaverses. One metaverse is going to be a complete mirrored version of what's happening on the island. It's going to be really cool. You can run around and see all these different new buildings pop up as they are in real life. Another version of metaverse is essentially created for those who don't particularly can't afford a block of land and their house. But what they can do is they can still join the community and participate in the vision. What they're going to be able to do is they're going to grab their own Satoshi Island, and utilizing the STC, they can create their own mini Satoshi Island, their own mini community with their own mini economy. And they can build, and obviously they're not going to be stuck just to building the modules. They can go crazy and be as creative as they want and build skyscrapers. And it's going to be a traditional metaverse play where you're going to have NFTs of different kinds, whether they be buildings or animals or rivers or lakes or whatever it may be. Basically, we're going to release a bunch of versions of NFTs where you can be as creative as you can be and design your own Satoshi Island. Furthermore, what we're going to do is we're going to hold competitions in the future where voted by the community, the most creative Satoshi Island of the month, maybe going to win a nice couple of nights or maybe even a week away on Satoshi Island in real life. Of course, this is all at this stage is just conceptual, but the DAO themselves are going to be the ones who are going to be deciding on things like that. But I'm sure, from what I hear from other people, they're very excited about such concepts, and I'm sure it's going to become a reality.
So some people are concerned of the utility of STC because, like in the beginning, they just thought that you can only use the STC on the island, so there's no necessity for them. There's no utility for them. But now I can see that I guess you're going to be needing STC to do those activities on the metaverse. I guess, is that correct?
You would need STC to participate in the Satoshi Island community. So just like for example, to purchase citizenship NFTs, you'll only be able to purchase them on our own marketplace with our own token. In the future, to buy and sell land, you'll only be able to do that on our marketplace with our token. Also, don't forget that, Ken, and you said this yourself, we are a mini world the way the world should be functioning. So there's absolutely no reason once the Satoshi Island is a success that we can't take that same success and go and build another private island in a different part of the world.
Right.
And the same token will be used for that economy as well.
Like if Satoshi Island goes viral, and you're considering that maybe in the future that could happen. Maybe making another country.
Absolutely. Look, exactly. Right now, the focus is let's make Satoshi Island first. But in the future, of course, there's absolutely no reason why we can't take this concept that we've already done. We've already got all the ideas, all the network of contacts. We already know how it's done. And let's go and mirror it somewhere else in the world and create Satoshi Island 2.0.
When are you thinking of launching the metaverse?
It's going to be, so we're looking at, Tenset Lend Sale is happening the 8th through to the 11th, as well as the token. Then we're going to have the NFT deeds that we're going to send out to all the buyers. So you're looking at about sort of closer towards the end of the year, because what's going to happen, the metaverse is going to be used to select the blocks of land that you want to develop. And it's a very easy system where you actually run around in the metaverse Satoshi Island, but you can see the blocks exactly how they are positioned on the real island. If you don't quite have the funds or not quite ready to come and visit us in real life just yet, you'll still be able to visualize it in the metaverse. So that's going to be ready closer towards the end of the year and very close after the land sale as well, because obviously we want things to happen quick. We're ready to get modules onto the island when people are ready to buy them.
Okay, I see. I think you should more marketize your metaverse concept with the island concept. Like right now, people are hyped with the metaverse, I guess. So
well, the reason we're trying to keep it a little bit quieter is because we don't want to confuse the audience. A lot of the times, a lot of my conversations and my interviews, the audience are like, "Oh, so you guys are doing a metaverse?" No, we have a real island where you can stand on and you can eat on and you can swim in our oceans. We're not doing the metaverse. So it's very important that people understand, the audience understand that we are an IRL project. And that comes with a metaverse. So that's why we're trying not to make the emphasis of the metaverse too much, not to confuse the audience.
Indeed, you're right. Like, yeah, if you emphasize the metaverse more, people are going to think that Satoshi Island is the metaverse. You're right. Like, the Satoshi Island has a more bigger potential than the metaverse, in my opinion. It's the first ever decentralized island. Even it could be a decentralized country in the world. So, yeah, that's true. Okay, that satisfies the question. Being on the show,
problems, Ken.
I'm very satisfied from what I heard. Other projects, they just showed their vision and they do nothing. They don't deliver the real product. But you guys already have the real product and feel your passion.
Ken, I appreciate it. Please stay in touch. Let's get on another interview a little bit later on to see how we're progressing. And I just want to quickly say to all the projects out there in space, it is important to do things this way. It's important to get the foundation right first, get everything sorted, get all your planning and permissions in place, get all your development done before you go out to your audience and don't go and try and sell an incomplete product. It's very important to get your product complete first, and that way you'll be much, much more successful. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much.